Welcome to That's No Class. I'm Brian Baruman.
And I'm Morgan Darian.
Welcome back to the home of class, where we talk about the most interesting and funny things happening in the news and in our lives, try to figure out how to live classy, and call out no-class moves.
This week in news, Brian covers endless shrimp. I find the Festivus. We deep dive in our newish segment called Reporters. Our Gen Z rep is back with 4 Young, and as always, we end with our no-class picks.
I had a listener reach out to me this week telling me That's No Class is the only podcast they listen to that's upbeat, silly, and fun.
Oh, nice.
Which is exactly what we want.
Goal achieved.
They listen to very serious, news-oriented, politics-oriented, social things.
Not us.
Not us.
Nope.
Chilling.
You came to the wrong place.
Having a good time. Thanks for listening. It was awesome. Glad you can decompress with your homies here for 30 minutes every week. Enjoy it, guys. And with that said, let's do some news.
Now here's the news.
Okay, this story combines 3 of my biggest interests.
Oh.
Fried food, economics, and big mistakes. So Red Lobster, not a place that we've ever eaten at together.
No.
I don't think. But a popular national restaurant chain nonetheless.
Sure.
They had a deal that became a full menu item in June called Ultimate Endless Shrimp.
Oh, I've heard about these things.
I'd never heard of this. And so with it, you can get 2 varieties of shrimp, like coconut shrimp and garlic grilled shrimp, or shrimp linguine and garlic shrimp scampi, endlessly.
What?
As much as you want, plus a side and the Cheddar Bay biscuits for $20.
I'm astounded.
It's a great deal.
That's insane.
How
could you even eat more than one helping?
Oh, people eat, man. And that's the problem.
That would be painful.
It was too good of a deal.
Okay.
So the CFO for the company that owns Red Lobster announced on an earnings call that demand was so high and the price they were charging was so wildly off that the company expects to lose $20 million by the end of the year from this deal.
No.
They say...
Just stop the deal.
Well,
why you keep doing the
I guess
deal?
It wouldn't matter because they still need to make money, and the deal was making money, just not enough money. So he says they're not going to get rid of the endless shrimp, but what they're going to do is they're going to raise the price by $5.
Well, I would hope so.
So now it's going to be $25.
Oh my God.
And so the CFO
This
said
is insane.
in an interview with Restaurant Business Magazine, which I didn't know existed and might be my favorite new news source now, that the company had hoped to boost traffic, but the price point they used was so off that they underestimated demand.
I mean, fired. Is that not your entire job?
I don't know whose job that
the
is.
hell,
but
man?
I thought this was so interesting because they pretty much just like shot in the dark that like, let's $20. How about that? People couldn't possibly eat that much shrimp. But man, people literally ate them out of house and home. There was a Simpsons episode about this with an all-you-can-eat seafood restaurant.
Okay.
Never underestimate Americans and all-you-can-eat deals, man. People be eaten, don't matter what it is. And shrimp, I mean, come on. Shrimp is great.
True. You can eat a lot of shrimp, actually.
Yeah. And so the $25 price point, that isn't going to mean that they're suddenly going to make back all the money that they've lost. I just assume that makes the deal sustainable.
I guess.
But friend, I think we got to go try this.
I mean, $25, that's like a regular entree here.
That's one entree.
In LA, they should probably put it higher, if we're being honest.
Why?
Because that's like a regular priced meal.
So it should be more?
Yeah, like I get why it's not more in other areas.
Okay.
My sister said their gas is like $2 something right now.
Yeah, I know. It's like $2.
I told her ours is like
$5.
Yeah, almost $5. And she like gleefully giggled in a surprise.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's the story.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
Have you watched Seinfeld? And do you know about the celebration of Festivus?
I have heard of this particular episode or something.
Okay.
Like I know that they're related.
It's out in the world.
Yeah, it has something to do with that.
So in one of the episodes, this character proclaims the celebration of Festivus as an anti-consumerism holiday on December 23rd.
Okay.
And for about 8 years now, Tampa Bay, Florida has been celebrating this. Their holiday features a display of a metal pole and just a plain metal pole and feats of strength.
Okay.
And each year, the Tampa Bay Times opens up a Google Doc form for people to submit their grievances for the year, calling it the airing of grievances.
Okay.
It's open to everyone, and I thought our listeners should know in case they want to submit. You can also submit straight to us because I love this idea, but there's still enough time to get into this year's paper. Some past complaints have been a mom disliking her son calling her bro, a man not liking that the stumps of romaine are included in his bag of mixed romaine from the grocery store. Okay. Another griped that water bottles are getting thinner and thinner and are no longer grippable because when you open them, they collapse and send water shooting upwards. And one more man complained that his hometown is adding more restaurants and apartment complexes, but adding no parking spaces.
Yeah.
So you get the idea.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what my 2023 gripe would be, and I think I would submit this. When I walk up to a table and I say, I see you need more coffee, I'll go grab that. And is there anything else I could get for you? And the customer says, yes, more coffee. And then I want to hit them over the head with the coffee pot because use your ears. I already said that.
They don't listen to you, friend.
They do not listen.
They don't respect you.
They do not.
It's not right.
It is rude.
So was Festivus, it was invented in the show?
Yeah.
There's no
it's
historical.
Not a real thing.
For some reason I assumed that it was some sort of like old fest. Okay. It was totally made up on Seinfeld.
It's just an anti-consumerism holiday. So you're supposed to like not consume anything. Yeah. That's why the poll is blank.
Oh.
And you
would have to buy something to put it on the poll.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we're always open for your gripes. You guys want to send gripes somewhere? We're always always open for that. I mean, that's the show.
I mean, yes.
Really.
They stole it from us.
Yeah,
really.
They did. So it's been a couple weeks. And we promised it.
Yes.
And it's finally here. Golden Bachelor ended.
Yes.
We're going to wrap it up, and we're going to never talk about this again. And Morgan's not going to have to make her faces of, like, despair that we're continuing to do this. It's just like this, the writer's strike. Morgan's like, all right, enough of this.
It's enough.
Okay, well, this is where it ends.
If it's boring me, I can't be great for our audience.
Poor listeners. Okay, well, we're prolonging this now. Okay, so I have to say first, starting this off, the 2 days before we recorded this episode, I had the finale spoiled for me at work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at work doing the hard news, and there it is. Golden Bachelor Gerry picks Teresa, and I turn to my coworker that I know wrote this, and I'm like, come on, man. I'm not caught up yet. Like, I don't even know when it was. She's like, it was last night. And I was like, oh, damn it. Like, really messed that up. But it was so funny how many people in the building, hard news people, who all assumed that we were never going to cover this story and never talk about this because it's beneath us. But everybody was mad.
Yeah.
Like throughout the morning, you heard people go, ah. Like every time it came on, everybody was so mad.
That's really funny.
But I didn't tell Morgan about it. Tell her what it was. So we watched the whole thing anyway. Gerry ended as a villain.
I think so.
I think all goodwill was gone, and you called it. You called it the last time we talked about it. You said exactly why.
Yeah, right.
You don't tell women you love them.
You can't.
Like that.
He said some wild things.
He's
like, I really think you're the one.
You're the one. How you gonna?
Don't say that to someone.
No.
You can't say that to someone.
Not when there's only 2 of them left, and in one day, someone's getting eliminated. And he kept playing the excuse of, I was caught. That's what I felt in the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to give myself to the moment.
Like, bro, that's what dudes say when they're like in their 20s.
Yeah, don't say that.
Like, get it together, Gerry.
No. It was really nice, though, that she got to, like, hold him accountable.
Oh, yeah.
She did good. She was like, this is what
it was therapeutic for us all to get that laid out, bring it to him, call him out, let him know what was up.
She got, like, a spontaneous cheer from the audience.
She did.
Like, the other cheers are very much like, okay, they probably held up a sign for this, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she got, like, a real cheer. Like, everyone was like, hell yeah.
It was very cool.
Go, lady,
I was on her side. I was like, Leslie, you're dope.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for you.
Man, it was horrible.
It was really heartbreaking and rough.
Yeah.
But I was sold on Teresa in the end. I'm down. I think she was the right fit. I didn't know that going in.
Yeah.
Didn't feel that way. But I think on that last episode, I was cool. He picked the person that was the right one for him.
Fine.
Good for him.
Fine.
It's great.
Just don't be a turd.
Don't be doing that.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So to wrap it all up, This was an interesting experiment for me. I'm glad that we watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that all of you listeners are with us on this journey. But I don't think I'm ever going to watch The Bachelor ever again. No. That was enough for me.
This is unneeded.
I don't know how you guys continue to watch it. I would never want to see young people do this. There's no way. If there's a Bachelorette, as you said, if there's a Golden Bachelorette,
that's true, yeah.
I'll be back in.
We got to at least watch one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
But
I was happy to see the trailer of the young one that like everyone's crying in that one too. So at least it's consistent. Like everyone's crying.
You can watch it, but I'm not.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, good.
I like other trash shows.
Yeah, you do. You've got plenty of other trash.
I really do. Okay.
All right, guys. When we come back, a shocking, wink, wink, deep dive into the world of static,
Stupid.
as in electricity. You see what I did?
I did.
And then our ambassador for Gen Z is back with new words and trends. Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for being here. We love having you. We'll be right back.
I like that you explained yourself.
Just in case. Welcome back. Longtime listeners will remember our short-lived segment, 100% Facts. We've been trying to figure out a way to bring back that kind of fact-finding, learning funny new things kind of segment, and we realized we already have on episode 47 when we talked about Morgan's literal horror story, Drinking Celsius. So in that vein, we present our new segment, kind of remaking the old segment, the spiritual successor to 100% Facts we call The Reporters.
Is that a fact?
100%.
No, it's not a fact. It's just what I heard. It's just what I heard.
Okay. What you got?
So today's topic all started because we came home from work and there's a humidifier sitting on the counter.
No, I found the humidifier before you were even home.
Well, I came home and there was a humidifier sitting there.
Okay, yeah, it's because I unwrapped it.
And you didn't tell me anything. So there's just a humidifier sitting there. And I assumed that it was yours.
Okay, and I assumed it was yours.
And it turned out that it was neither of ours.
No, it was Lily's.
So we come to find it was Lily's. But you go to work and tell your friend about it?
Well, I didn't message you because I was like, oh no. What is this as my Christmas gift? Because you kind of said, like, don't check the mail or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know when he would have thought that I would want a humidifier.
Why would I ever get you a humidifier?
I don't know. And so I go to my friend Nikki at work, and I'm like, I really hope this isn't my Christmas present because I really don't need this. And it's just so random. And so she's like, ooh, maybe he got it for you because in the wintertime it's so staticky outside and, you know, you need more water in the air. And I was like, it's staticky, like, in the winter?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, this could be a really great gift for you. And I'm like, I don't really have this problem.
What is this problem?
And she's like, oh, yeah, every time I sit and my hair gets on the couch, I, like, get up and it's just staticky and it's horrible and I'm not safe in my own home. And I'm like, what is this problem that you're speaking of?
Yeah. So I had never heard of this before. You tell me this. I think this is the funniest thing. I'm like, we have to do a deep dive on this. How many people are plagued with static electricity in their house? Did you ever?
What did you find?
But you've never felt it before personally.
I have felt static before.
I mean,
it's annoying.
We kiss each other and there's shocks all the time.
No, but she's talking about like with your hair and stuff because it really does not feel good when
it feels weird.
Yeah, it like, feels really off and horrible.
Interesting. Okay,
yeah,
well,
especially with long hair. So.
Well, that's why I was thinking maybe it's just a long hair thing. Okay, so I did a deep dive here.
Okay.
And
this is a very important deep dive.
My question was, is this a real thing? Is this a real concern that people have? Too much static in their home?
Okay.
They buy humidifiers specifically for this problem?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I learned. The shock we get is from the difference in electrons between what's on our bodies and the objects we touch. I know that we learn this multiple times throughout our lives.
Yeah.
Like we learned it when we were kids and then we learned it again. I'm learning it all over again. So
yeah, not going to remember that detail.
So it builds up on us and then we touch a doorknob and there's no electrons in that. And so that's why
it's like, this isn't right.
Yeah, metallic objects, I guess, will do that and each other. I didn't really understand that. But it
whatever.
does.
It's fine.
I didn't know this before just now. But yeah, it does happen a lot more in the winter.
Okay.
Because the air is drier. And the reason that your hair stands up and sticks out when you have a lot of static is that objects with the same charge repel each other. So every strand of hair has the same charge.
They're trying to get away from each other.
It's like if you hold two magnets together, they push. It's just like that. So that's what's happening. But there's no danger.
Unless, no, of course there's not danger.
Well, some of the things I'm reading online from like heating and AC companies that say they'll install a humidifier in your house say that if your home gets filled with gas...
Are they saying you could your electricity could start like a fire or something?
They're saying if your entire home were filled with gas...
Well, that's already a problem.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And then you touch a doorknob, boom. But by the same token... Forget the doorknob. If you your refrigerator sparks when it turns on. That's how crazy. It works. So anyway, it's just a marketing ploy by these dudes to slang humidifiers, like for sure.
Okay.
But there are ways to reduce static. So humidifying the air does work.
Okay.
That is a real thing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And it will reduce static.
Because you're adding water.
Yes, because you're adding water. And so other ways to reduce static, you can also put lotion on. Because that moisturizes your skin, like your hands and stuff.
All right.
And that's just however you stay moist and moisten the area around you, I suppose.
You don't need to say that anymore.
That's what they do. So, yeah, that's the thing.
That's what they do.
That's the thing.
Okay, what I found.
What did you learn?
In the social medias.
Oh, yeah. What do they got?
Okay, here's the two things that help you out, apparently.
Okay.
Tinfoil, you rub it on your hair. I will say...
Oh, because, it would go to the foil.
Yeah, the videos are really cool. So if you have long hair, it looks like it really works. Okay. I tried it on my bangs this morning because I was having an issue with static on my bangs.
Really?
Yes. And it kind of worked. I think it's more so for aesthetic and not the feeling.
What do you mean aesthetic?
No one wants all their hair floofing out.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah. So it works for that. And then the other one was dryer sheets.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, dryer sheets were another thing that we all know.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So that's what we got.
There we go.
It's a real thing. I just didn't know that it really bothered people inside their home.
It's an annoying feeling, I guess.
I do get it. After 2 years of not having heating and air conditioning, and if we were walking around constantly shocked or things going crazy, I would be like, all right, I need to take action for this not to be there anymore.
Not be shocked.
Yeah, I live in a home and I want to be comfortable, so I understand.
Yeah.
And learn something completely new.
Now I know what I'm getting Nikki for Christmas.
A humidifier? Okay, you just get her a thing of lotion.
Thanks.
Here you go. All right. Well, thanks to your friend Nikki for pointing that out to us. Never knew. Okay. Well, when we come back, our wildly popular Gen Z representative is back. And then, of course, we've got your no class picks. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's harder and harder to get our Gen Z representative into the studio, with her being in college, building a future for herself and all that stuff. Does she even have time to be on social media anymore and bring new crazy stuff up and learn new words? Turns out she does. So Lily's back in our fan favorite recurring segment, For Young.
I weep for the future. Weep.
Lily, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me on Thatsnoclass. Very excited to be back, and I know the audience missed me a lot.
They did. You were number 2 on our list of favorite.
By multiple people.
Okay.
The favorite segments?
Yes.
Yeah.
The best.
Oh my God, why was that? Who beat me?
She did.
Only me getting hit by a car.
Oh, that one was pretty good.
In fairness, it's not... You were the only segment. People had favorite moments.
That's true.
But you were the only segment.
Overall
A
segment,
recurring segment, and everyone wants you to be here.
100%.
Okay. So I got 2 words that I need some clarification on.
I got you.
Morgan also, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Been hearing this one a lot. Fake.
What do you mean you don't know what fake is?
I knew you were going to say that.
Because a lot of people, if you... Give me an example of how fake is used, but not in that is real or that is not real? Tell me how you use it.
How I use fake?
Yes.
Okay. My friend ditched us we were going to finish binge watching a show together, and he ditched us to go hang out with someone else instead of binge watching the show like we had planned. That's fake.
Okay, that's fake.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
there's a little twist, nuance.
Is it like flakiness, like that dude's a flake, or just like that's general, that's bad?
It's kind of just like, yeah, like it can be anything messed up that like the person shouldn't have done. It's like, it's fake.
Okay.
You can also use it for like, oh, she said she hated modern art, but I saw her at MoMA last weekend on her Instagram story. That's so fake.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you're like repping something and then you don't follow through,
That's
or you do
fake.
the opposite, you're fake.
Okay. See, this always helps when she's
I think
here.
so too.
Like,
I thought she was laughing at us because she was like, "It's just a regular word."
No, I was just like, I feel like I use fake a lot.
You do?
To you guys. I
That's
feel like
why
I call you guys fake all the time, and I'm like, have you guys just not known?
That's why I asked.
No.
I'm like, what is fake? And then the other day, a friend of mine called me fake, and I was like, okay.
Oh my God, what'd you do?
What is happening? I don't remember. It was something like she asked if we could all hang out or something, and I was like, oh no, we're super busy. And she's like, that's fake.
Oh, well, she's real for that.
Like, that's rude.
Yeah. Yeah, I also use fake in that context.
Oh my gosh.
Because like, why don't you want to hang out with me? We're friends.
So this is
Yeah.
what, 3 separate contexts that we've discovered.
Fake is a very versatile word.
And you thought
it's like, you know how like has like 7 different
Yeah.
definitions?
Yeah.
Fake has probably
Okay.
a similar amount.
See? And you were making me feel crazy for not, like, what do you mean?
Context clues.
Context. Yeah, but even with as many context clues as I've got,
Okay.
if there's 3 different contexts for them, that's a different, you're twisting it. Like, oh, figure out the constantly changing context clues that I'm giving
exactly.
you here.
It's not that hard. You read books all the time.
Yeah, man, that's not easy. I can look up definitions.
Wait,
Fake.
I want
Urban
to know.
Dictionary.
I want to know when you were calling us fake. I don't remember.
I feel like I've definitely called you guys.
Oh,
like,
she texts it to me all the time.
yeah, I
Oh,
text you all
okay.
the time. I know when I've asked you to like take me to work and you want it, I'm like, oh, you're so fake for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Okay, we have another good one.
Should I go to the next word, or should
Yeah.
we just focus on? Okay.
No, I like
All right.
it. I want to know.
All right. This one's been around for a minute, and I know I feel like it even predates Riz that I've been hearing it, but it's said so much more sparsely, I think, by a lot of people, and it's almost exclusively used by people your age, so I almost never hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
What is mid?
Okay. Mid is just like, it's mediocre. It's like what it sounds like. It's mid. It's like, it's average. It's in the mid.
But I feel like
Mid.
I've heard people say it like it as a good thing.
No.
I don't think
No?
I've heard
If they were
that.
using it as a good thing, they're using it incorrectly. Because like mid is just like meh. It's your
That's
run
what
of
I
the
thought.
mill.
Anything can be mid. Like, oh yeah, that acai bowl is like, I don't want that mid acai bowl.
Yeah.
Like, I want like a better, I want the top level acai bowl.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I like that Brian tries to use the words immediately and always has them like somehow in the wrong order.
Was I wrong there?
You weren't wrong, but it just sounds insane when you say it. Because they're like, that's mid or whatever, but you're like, I don't like that mid acai bowl.
But that's how I've heard them use it.
That's insane. That is not how they use it.
It is
That
a
is
little-
how they use it.
It's a little odd.
They're just younger than me. They just don't have this voice.
You're saying it in the wrong order.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's not technically wrong, but it's like it's a little odd.
I use the words correctly.
I don't know.
I
if
just
you do.
sound weird doing it in the same way that if like some guy from like, Japan is like, oh, what's up?
Oh, like a different language?
It's just a different culture. It's just
no,
like,
but
oh,
Lily
this
would
is
never say,
weird.
oh, that's a mid acai bowl.
She literally told me once that Sophia didn't want to go to one place because she was like, no, I don't want some mid boba.
Yeah,
That sounds
it was
different.
ramen.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is it different?
You use too many words.
Yeah.
So it needs to be, is that also a part of language? Is like you would never say the word mid in like a multisyllabic sentence?
I mean, no, you can. Like, it's just like the way you phrase it, like, oh, that mid acai. Like, usually mid comes after.
What?
Yeah.
Explain this.
It's like in Spanish, you know, the adjectives come after. Like
Give
mid.
me an example.
You just say, "Oh, that acai bowl was so mid."
Oh.
There's a ramen place I won't go back to because that ramen was mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a mid acai bowl.
So in a similar way to what you were talking about with fake, it's almost like a declarative.
Yeah.
That is so mid. That is so fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Man,
Yeah.
we need to have a language podcast.
I know, like grammar.
Like really.
Like mid is what kind of a word? What's that word where it describes another
I'm so
description
bad with
word?
that. I don't know any of that stuff.
I can't
Conjunctions.
remember
I
either.
don't know grammar. I don't know grammar literally at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do not understand it.
Aren't you the English major?
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell.
Okay.
All right. Well, Lily, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here.
so much for
It
having
was
me.
enlightening as always.
Of course.
In unsuspecting ways.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Love
Everyone, connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you.
All right. Well, when we come back, as always, your no class picks. Stay with us. It's time to wind down the show here, bring it to a close the only proper way with our no class picks of the week.
You're just a jealous,
No class.
lazy bum.
No class pick. All right, I have a friend. She's super into music and concerts, and she has an adventurous spirit, okay? This is important. I'm not just complimenting her here. Although this is one of the reasons we're friends, I think it's super important to explore the world, and I'm only interested in people who are curious, and up for new experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sucks to hang out with someone who's a dead weight,
Yep.
which I've totally done in the past, and it was a huge mistake, but I digress. My friend invites her boyfriend to a concert, and he's like, that's not really my scene. No thanks. Okay, not so bad yet. Maybe he's just looking out for his own mental health. Sometimes you gotta do that. But also, she's his girlfriend, so probably should go anyway to spend time with her and show some interest in the things she likes. But right now, it's whatever. People got their own things going on. But then, his boys invite him to a concert, and he goes
Nope.
and says it's fun. And she's like, what the actual hell, man? You go to concerts now? And he's like, yeah. And so she says, okay, so go to a concert with me. And he still says, nah, I'm good. For those of you not watching the video, I need to pause to let this sink in. I repeat, after going to a concert with his boys, he still says, nah, I'm not going to go to a concert with my girlfriend. This is no class. It is so rude and so trash. And I am shooketh by how unaware this dude is. And even if you don't like concerts, why wouldn't you want to hang out with your person? This makes no sense to me. I would literally go to anything with you. I've gone to wrestling matches. Did I think I would be into it? No. But it was fun because I was with you and your friends, shouting out Deez and Bentley. And if you really wanted me to go to a metal show, I totally would.
Dang.
This
Didn't
dude
know that.
is no class. Period.
I don't get that.
That's
I don't
insane.
get that.
It's rude.
You should. I get that it can be uncomfortable and awkward. I mean, hey, I thought about this the other day when we went to a concert together. I was like, man, I sing in front of you at the concert. I would never ever do that in front of
when you
anybody.
do that.
And I'm just like, done. I don't care anymore. There's nothing that I'm embarrassed, I guess, to do anymore.
That's good.
And that's
You're actually
our bond.
kind of you're on pitch.
That's what you say. I don't say that how that's true.
But if you sing outside of that, you're not.
I can only sing along with 20,000 other people at the same time. I can't sing.
That's when you're golden.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about your
I know. Isn't
friend.
that so
That's sad.
wild? It's
That's
sad.
I hope that he changes.
Dude, man, if you did that to me,
Oh, yeah, I know. It would be bad.
are you
I
kidding
mean, I
me?
wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't.
Although I don't bring up the metal shows because I don't think
I
you
mean,
would
yeah,
like
you're
them.
being nice, but I would go.
Okay, well, maybe one day there will be one.
You've gone to weird stuff with me that you're not into.
No, it's like the grocery store. You think that I hate things and I'm not into them, but I don't. I'm just ambivalent. It doesn't mean I'm negative. I don't go in there with a prejudice.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. Be open. Be open to things with your person.
Yeah, that's the classy way to be.
That's the classy way to be.
All right, what do you got?
Good one. Okay, my no class pick this week is my boss, and it's all because of donuts, and here's why. It started out as a very classy thing. You know, as I've said many times before, my work crew and I had terrible hours, and so our boss starts bringing us donuts every Wednesday, and it was so nice, and the donuts are really good. But oh, how soon it gets twisted. It started when he came in 2 hours later than we were used to, and the hanger was full blown, and everybody is just like in a rage, like, where is this guy? Where are these donuts? These empty promises that he gives us. It had only been like 2 weeks in a row, and I'm like, oh man, like losing it. We knew that it was too good to be true. And then when he finally showed up with them, we didn't even feel any gratitude anymore. We all felt entitled. And yeah, that's a failing on our part, but that's a failing on him too.
What?
He created monsters. It's a classy move with no class consequences. And now I'm eating too many freaking donuts, and so is everybody else in there.
God.
I'm ignoring my lunch, going ham on 2 to 3 donuts in a single day. What has he done to me? Stop giving us donuts, man. We need to get off this junk. No class.
Oh my gosh, this is so this is insane.
I'm calling it. Calls it like I sees it.
He turned you into Mala with ham.
He did. That's exactly what he did. I'm
and you
howling.
guys are like, ah!
Donut! All right, guys. That's our show. Thanks so much for being here and hanging with us. Like and or subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. We're on all the apps. We love that you guys listen. Share the love. Tell your friends. Tell them that it's fun and it's silly and it's upbeat. We appreciate you guys so much. Reach out to us everywhere. Instagram at Thatsnoclass. You can also send us an email or a voicemail, thatsnoclass@gmail.com, or call 877-7-NO-CLASS, or as Morgan likes to say, 877-766-2527. Call us up. We love having your stories on the show.
Stay classy.
Stay classy and have a great week.